Pastor Walker, how you doing? I'm seeing
I'm doing
Liz.
good, brother.
Uh,
How you feeling today?
Very good, very well.
Man, good, good. I hope y'all got some rest, man. You're running like a chicken. No head.
I know it's
Uh,
yeah, but see, when we're serving you
That's
guys, we have a
that's
supernatural
part of it.
ability to do it. If I didn't like what I was doing, I'd be another story. But I love serving,
That's a good thing. Servitude is an important word.
right?
Especially, yes, indeed, very important
Ab-
word.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna start on time. For some reason, I think some people are being blocked from coming in. I don't know what that is, but we got to start on time because this is recorded, and we have the vice president of Orus on today, and I brought him on because time is of the essence, guys. Listen, from what I'm hearing, and I'm not sure how fast it's going to take place, but there's some other investors who are interested in coming in with Orus Gold, and the issue is if they buy all the shares, then we can't buy any more. Okay, this is one of the best ways to create wealth, generational wealth that you can pass down to the next generation. Okay, I always told you guys if you don't have any documentation, anything on paper to show that you're really wealthy, it can be gone tomorrow. With this, you can literally you get certificate, you get to see these shares. These shares are willable to the next generation, and that's why I did it. Some people, I see somebody on here, Mother Doxy, she bought some shares, and someone else there, Justin, of course, and I'll have them give their testimony. They can tell you if it's real or not. Okay, but without further ado, because he's a nice guy, but he's in India right now, and he took the time to come on and talk to you people. My voice is trying to go on me, man. Man, I've been talking so much. It just seems like my voice is trying to go, but y'all pray for me, all right? All right, so having said that, I'm going to share this screen. This gentleman, when he did a 2-hour presentation a couple months ago to my mastermind. And from that time, we built probably, I don't know, 150 people. We have a big group. And some of these guys bought like 3, 4, 500 shares. So we got some millionaires. They're not on this call, but man, they believe in it. I like what they're doing because they're creating wealth for a lot of people, and they're digging all through Africa. And I'm gonna let him tell you what he does and how it works and how you make money. But for a fraction of what it would cost to own gold, you guys know gold is expensive and it holds its value, doesn't go down in value. You can buy them for as low as $40 a share. 3 months ago, Justin and we bought some shares for $20 a share. So the longer you wait, they go up $5 per month. But from what I'm hearing, if the investors buy them out, you're not going to be able to buy nothing. So JP is my man. He's a really cool dude. I talk to his dad all the time. And let me tell you all this. In 4 months, um, I've made about $15,000 just sharing the opportunity with people. And his dad is an awesome guy. He's the one that pays me out. Whenever I ask for my payment, guys, I have my payment in a matter of minutes. They pay, okay? When you buy the shares, you have to buy them with crypto, USDT. You can use, Tron or Ethereum, or what else they have, or BNB or Polygon. That's the network. And you get paid out in crypto as well. So I think it's really, really good. You guys need to really, really take a pen and a piece of paper, write down your questions. I'm going to share the screen and let him take over from here. But JP, I'm going to share the screen with you now. You can take over, my brother. Hold on.
Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it.
You got it.
Welcome, everybody. Got it. Yeah.
I just sent you.
Yeah,
I
I
just
can
sent you.
share my screen as well.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Awesome. Right. So, what do we do? Firstly, there's been so many platforms out there in the past that have always said, "Yeah, we're doing this. We got this product, that product." When I got involved with Aureus, with Donovan James, my good friend and partner in South Africa, and yeah, I'm in India, by the way, at this moment, but we're building massive networks here. It's crazy. The people that we are connecting to is absolutely it's amazing what's happening here. And the whole purpose of why we are selling these shares is to have machines on the land. All right, it's a very simple concept. This, I hope everybody can see my screen. This is our official 100 ton per hour plant. Now let me explain exactly quickly what this means. It means that this plant can process 1 kilogram of gold per day. Simple. I'm not going to go into the entire details of how that happens, but this plant processes 1 kilogram of gold per day. You can see it's mounted to a trailer here. We have actually this is where the forklift has actually put it onto the trailer, and you can see, show you this video. This is before it was painted. There's non-painted, and there we got it running and testing. Okay, so this plant runs. We put material inside of it, which is called alluvial material. If you want to know exactly what this actually does, go watch Gold Rush, and you'll understand exactly what we're doing. Okay, and this generates or basically separates the gravel from the gold, the loose alluvial gold and other minerals as well, not just gold, and it generates about 1 kg per day. Okay, now the beautiful thing about that is we need the material. And this is why one of the reasons why I said to Jimmie, I said to him, you know what, I got a nice update for everybody tonight. We have accumulated 5,000 tons of alluvial material so far. 5,000 tons of alluvial material, okay? And we are continuously doing it. You can see this is our machines that's on the land. Before I want to show this one quickly. This is our EIA that has been approved. That is the 9th of April 2026. Okay, this is the first pit a trench that we dug. This is 4 meters deep. We're still in a gravel layer, and the material that we want is this. This is called alluvium, right? So that alluvium, that is what's going through our plant, and that's what's getting our 1 kg. Okay, now 1 kg doesn't sound like much, but if you got this plant running 10 hours a day for an entire year, that brings in 286 kilograms of gold. Okay, so if we do a quick math on that, 286 kilograms times $150,000, that's $42 million worth of gold. $42 million worth of gold. Okay, that's one plant. Now we want to have 10 of these plants up and running by the end of the year, times 10. That gives us $429 million worth of gold. Okay, so because it's going to be able to process that amount. Okay, just 1 second. So 286 times 30. All right. The reason why 30 is the maximum amount of plants that we can have on one property. That is 250 hectares, which is our main property that we have in Kadoma, Zimbabwe, and that accumulates to 8,580 kilograms of gold. So 8.5 tons of gold. Okay, so this is what our target is by 2027, and we're going to keep on going on for years and years to come. Next 50, 100, 200, 300 years, way past any of us living. All right. The beautiful thing about Aureus is this. You are not investing inside of the mine. You are not investing in an investment plan that's going to be giving you X amount of percentage on a daily basis or monthly or yearly basis even. You are buying shares in the company. And as a shareholder in the company, you are earning dividends on the company's profits. So as we are accumulating more mine sites, as we are getting more plants on the different properties, as we're going into property development like we're doing here in India at the moment.
Hey JP, not to interrupt you. There's several people saying trying to get in. Not to interrupt you because I don't want you to keep going. Is anybody trying to get in there? They're texting me now saying they can't get in. Let me know if there's a problem. Sorry about that, guys.
They're all coming in.
Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. Back to you.
I'll keep admitting them. Okay. So as a oh, and I lost my train of thought. It's fine. Okay. So the point of what we are doing is we are selling shares. We started selling these shares at $5 in July 2025. We're sitting at $40 now. It's going to go to 45, and then it's going to go to 50. Once it gets to 50, it will go to $100. And once it goes $100, it's $100, 200, 300, 400, 500, up until once it reach $1,000, which is latest July 2027. Now, Jimmie said earlier that there is a possibility that that the shares will be sold out. Yes, there is that possibility. We're currently speaking to quite major players here in India, as well as abroad, in South Africa and in Zimbabwe as well, where they're looking to buy large amounts of shares. All right, especially now as we have got what we say a bit of a backlog, and this backlog is 600,000 shares. So this 600,000 shares is going to be sold out as soon as possible, and this will allow us to get our 10 to 30 plants up and running by the end of next year. All right, now let's talk quickly about what a dividend base could be on this 8,580 kilogram. Okay, so that's times $150,000. Yes, I know gold could be higher, could be lower, we don't know. Okay, so that's $1.2 billion. There is a 50% deduction on this. The reason being is for all running costs, expenses, taxes, you name it. Plus, we've got a 5% market value discount that we are paying, that is deducted of this when we are selling it to the government. We do not sell it to anybody else. You will not be able to purchase any gold from us. We are not gold sellers, right? We are miners, and we're going to be extracting it. So the government is getting it at a 5% below market value. They're selling it at 100%, of course, or holding on to it and selling it at even higher profits. We take whatever profits is left, which is then, apologies, I pressed minus in place of minus 50%. Okay, so $643 million is left, and that's divided between 1.4 million shares, and that gives a dividend of $459. Okay, that's $459 per share that you own. Now, literally 24 hours ago, I had a meeting with an investor, and this investor said to me, I lost $500,000 in a project. How am I going to get that money back? What's the easiest way? How many shares must I buy to be able to get that money back? I said to him, well, firstly, if you have bought that in shares, you would have had 13,000 shares. So your return would have been a lot higher on that. But I'll just give you on the amount that you said. You need about 1,300 shares. 1,300 shares times $450 gives you $585,000. Think about it like this. $585,000, right? He bought 1,000 shares. That 1,000 shares gives him 50 bonus shares. Okay, now that bonus shares at current value is $2,000, which isn't much, but we have a clause, and this clause is once the 1.4 million shares are sold, and I already said cannot be later than July 2027, then everybody that wants to sell their shares can sell their shares. Like, for an example, this gentleman that got 53 shares. If he sells that 53 shares at $1,000 each, he's got $50,000. Okay, so now he's gotten his money back, plus he's getting a bit of profit, plus he's getting dividends of $580,000, okay, every single year at a minimum. And as the company is growing and we're going past our 30 plants to 60, to 80, to 100, to 200, to 256, that is our mark. 256 plants by 2035 for 6,000 hectares of property. That's going to generate 100,000 kilograms of gold, 100 tons. If we do the dividend on that times, let's just be conservative tonight. Once again, 50%, and that's 7.5 billion. This time we're talking about 100 tons, so we passed our initial stage. This time it will be divided by 3 million. I'll explain why the 3 million now. That gives a dividend of $2,500. So think about it like this: if you can get a $2,500 every single year in 10 years from now, okay, and during the 10 years you've already received dividends on a yearly basis. But what a nice pension that could be. Like I spoke to somebody here in India where his family was working, his father was working for quite a big company for many years. They had no luck, no issues. He managed to get a house up and running and everything, built it and so forth. When the company didn't need him anymore, he got retired and he got a pension. That pension is $15 a month. $15 a month.
Hey, JP, there's
work.
3 more people just came to me again. Yeah. Let me know. Sorry, guys, to interrupt. There's people trying to get in. Let me know if you see them in there. All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay, so $15 a month. It's a pension. And then this is, I don't know how it is in America, but in South Africa, we got very similar stories to that. People, especially working for the government, they work for the government, they get a government pension. That government pension doesn't pay for the rent, barely pays for the food, And this is something that myself and Donovan want to disrupt. We want to change it. We want to disrupt it. We want to disrupt poverty in a massive scale. Okay. Now, to give you just a small indication, because a lot of people are asking and saying, yeah, you know what, we're just collecting money. Right. The property value, 2.1 tons of gold times $150,000. So the first 80 centimeters of this property, 250 acres, it's got 2.1 tons of gold. That is $324 million worth of gold. That's in the first 80 centimeters. We can go up to 18 meters deep. Okay. Currently digging down, we're taking out the alluvial. We are collecting it together so we can push it through the plant once the plant's on the land, which will happen in the next 2 weeks. Okay. So if we sell out all the shares tomorrow, we'll only have $300 million that would come into the business. And from that, we have quite a large amount that would go through towards our affiliate plan and into our distribution as we stipulated in business. Jimmie, they are coming in at a fast pace.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing then. That sounds good. Thank you, sir.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. Okay. So to give you an indication how big this plant is, if you look at this, there's somebody that's standing inside of it. Okay, so it's a big thing. It's not a small little machine, and we want to have a lot of these on the land. That's it. All right. Now, if we talk about the comp plan, okay, our comp plan is very simple. Justin will explain it in detail. But before we go to that, I'm going to stop my screen share. I want to quickly play. Just opening up the video. If you got any questions, please put it in the chat or start raising your hand. Not seeing anybody else coming in. We'll open up for presentations now. For questions. Okay.
Question.
Right, so I just quickly one last thing. And then I will start. If you can see my screen, should be. Okay, so this is a drone shot that I physically took of when I was in Kadoma last, which was in March. As you can see, it is what we call greenfield. Okay, it is open land. There is no other machine that has touched this property. I specifically made the drone go into a 360 so it could show everything. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say, and the EIA even says this as well, is that the environmental impact assessment that we do is, all right, now a mining company is going to come and it's going to take this beautiful land and it's going to take everything out of it. Well, if it's not us, it's going to be another mining company. The difference between us and the other mining companies is this: we take out everything, but we go down to what we call reef level, solid rock, and then we'll do a geotechnical assessment on the land. And if there is no further minerals, then we'll start rehabilitating it. A normal mine would take anything from 50 to 100 years, and sometimes never, because the miners just keep on getting more and more gold. Okay, before the rehabilitation starts, and that's where we get these deep underground pit mines that look like a pit to hell, unfortunately. So we are actually rehabilitating this land. Once we rehabilitate the land, when we take a sector by sector, we don't just go and destroy everything in one go. We actually build sustainable villages there that will have a school for the kids, a clinic, right? And some of these, well, the people in Godoma, they walk up to 15 kilometers to get to school alone, right? The closest hospital is Harare, which is close to 180 kilometers away, okay? So medical facilities, that type of thing is not something that you can get easily, right? So, like I said, we will have a school, we'll have a clinic, there will be housing, of course, fresh water from boreholes, electricity, right, that is coming from the solar plant, and then as well as food, which is hydroponics and so forth as well. And everything is sustainable. It all works in one beautiful ecosystem. And our plan is actually to connect the people of the land, let them live there, and so that we can process the land. Now, the wonderful thing about this is, as we are doing this, like I said earlier, there's other people, other mining companies that would love to do this as well, but they're not going to rehabilitate the land. This is one of the reasons why the government is working with Aureus, okay, is we are different. Okay, so that's the one section that we have opened. That is our campsite. I took the drone down to, so this plant here, this is our first plant that was for bulk testing. Sorry, I'm admitting people as they're coming in as well, in controlling the video and everything. All right, so you can see this fencing.
You're doing a good job, bro.
Okay. Right, there in the back, you can see there's also more land that we've opened up. Right, so we are busy collecting material and we are putting it up in sections, and then we have to fence this off. This is our next process. So in the next week, 2 weeks, we are going to be fencing off this property. The reason being is because we have in Zimbabwe called people, they got a lovely name called Zamazamas. And the Zamazamas, they love to come and steal the gold, okay? So we have to keep them off the land because they actually can cause serious damage, not just to the property, but to people as well. So we're going to be securing the property itself, and of course then our wash plants. Okay, that's myself, that's Watson, and there is our CEO, Mr. Donovan James. He's gonna say hi to us now. So as you can see, we are on the land, right? And this is a big thing I want everybody to understand. So Don is actually in Germany at the moment. He flew through today because there's a big deal that he's busy working with there as well. We are on the land. We're working with our CEO. We're working to build this business. And yeah, I saw some more people. Right, that's it from my side. I'm going to hand it over to... There's Jimmie. There's Jimmie. Jimmie, I'm making you host again.
Okay, my man. You are the man. Appreciate it. So I think so I think what we should do now is, thanks a lot, man. Good job, to the point. Let's take a few questions, and then I have my other friend on here, Justin. Justin is the guy that introduced us to me. He told me, Jimmie, you got to see this. I want to show you guys the money that I'm making to be quite frank with you. In 3 months, and guys, you know me, I'm a builder. My wife and I, we built a couple of businesses, and we actually did the latest thing you guys have saw, which is BG Wealth under scrutiny, and we're going, I don't want to get into that, but it's going in a different direction. But the money I made with him can't compare to this with much less work. and they paid. He's not just talking. Okay, I have verifiable proof of my actual shares. So my shares are legit. And I don't want to talk about that now, but I want to take a couple of questions if I can. Let's take a look at the chat here. Okay. What month is the rainy season? This person's asking. Sheila's asking them. That's the first part of the question.
Right. Yeah, the rainy season caught us completely off. Now, I want to explain why it caught us off guard. Because Zimbabwe was under what we would call El Nino. Right, it's a drought. There was a physical drought for 2 years. There was no rain.
Okay.
You know, but God had a plan. I can tell you this, because one thing that we need on that land is water. Okay, we got enough water, but the more water we have, the more we can process. And yeah, he brought it down in torrents. That was in January. February, so by March the rains has stopped and it started actually drying up, and we could actually start working again. But it did delay us. Now the next rain that's coming, that's in December. December. So we basically have got I would say a good 5 months of processing to do before the rains come. But also while we in this process, and please note, this is based also on finances. So as we are selling shares, this is why we're starting to look at institutional investors as well, as you said, Jimmie.
Gotcha.
Is because we want those 10 plants on the land. You know, we want to put up our foundation, physically have our 200 ton per hour plant on the property. But to get our 200 ton plants on the property, we have to pay for it first. You know, so we'll get there. Right, and I'm leaving this honestly. Even Don says it. We leave it in God's hands. It's His will, His way. When we will actually have all of the plans and how it's structured. But yeah, to answer the question, December. So we have got up until December to not worry about the floods and the rains that happened in January.
And she's saying during that time will there be any mining? So obviously no. If it's raining really bad, you can't mine.
No, you can't, because what happens is that the gold actually washes away. Like I said, go do yourself a favor, go watch Yukon Gold. I don't watch Gold Rush. Gold Rush to me is very over exaggerated.
I got it.
Gold, Yukon is a good show. It's more realistic. They actually show the how things are happening, what can go wrong, what can go well as well. It's very exciting show there.
Okay, good. Let's see. Hello there, Elena from South Africa, Justin's friend. I introduced him to Orus, and he jumped right on it. He's all right. He's also my coach and mentor. All right, Elena, good job. Yeah, you made the right decision on that one. I'm telling you. So I don't see any more questions. So what I want to do is, a lot of times people want to see documentation that this is real, right? You're talking to a guys. I'm gonna show them my back office really quick, and I'll have Justin come on here and say something really quick. Let's see. Okay. Because a lot of us who are on here, they're part of my mastermind, or they're in something else with me, they're a subscriber. And if they're anything like me, and I think they are, they want to see documentation. They don't want to hear talk, right? I'm gonna show you guys how the money's made, okay, and how I did it. Let's move this down here. Okay, where is it at here? That's the Orus presentation. Here it is. All right, so this is my back office. Well, let me do this first. Let me pull this up. I want to show you raw numbers. Okay, so I have 130 shares, which out of those shares, I only bought 10 of them, which means I got them when they were $20 a piece. So, and then I built a team, and then Orus gave me the extra shares. So I have 130 shares. Okay, if you were to get that, you'd be doing very, very good. You can get as much as you want. Times 40, that will be an investment of $5,200, right? But here's the key. I'm gonna show you my back office. Here's the key. It's almost like you're investing like a Fortune 500 company. That's what I like about it. It's as if you were saying, you know what, I'm gonna put $5,000 in Apple. Or,
yeah,
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's in the pre-IPO.
Pre-IPO, right?
We're in the garage stage. We're in the
Right.
garage stage, people.
Exactly, exactly. I'm just trying to get them to see, to comprehend the power of owning a piece of something, like a piece of the company. You know what I mean? You own the gold shares until you sell them. So while you own them, this is the kind of money you can make. So right now in 2026, I'm scheduled to get my first payout dividend. Now, I bought these shares one time. I bought 10 of them, and the rest were earned. And I'm going to get a payout of almost $5,000 in July, as long as there's mining going on. Okay, so the mining has to be consistent in that regard. Then I got another payment here in October. Now, mind you, I haven't done any other work. I just invested. All right. Listen, we're trying to find passive ways to make money, not actively building. You guys saw how we built BG and all of us did all that work, and it can be taken away from you. With this, it can't, because you get documentation with the shares. So let's say I say, you know what, JP, you're a good dude, but you know what, I don't want to promote this no more, right? I'll keep my 130 shares. Check this out. In 2027, here's what I'm going to make here. All right, 2027. In January, I got a big fat check coming to me, $19,691. I'm not doing any work now. This is the power of having wealth work for you, especially gold. Okay, gold doesn't really lose its value. If everything goes right, it's 834 kilograms for that month. In April, guess what they do? They send me another fat check. I'm being facetious when I say check, because they pay you in USDT, okay? They pay you in crypto. And then in July, I get the same thing again. I only have 130 shares, guys. Now I have somebody on here, is my friend. He always outdoes me. He's got 160 shares. He's going to be well off. And then I get it again in October. That's that's over $78,000. I haven't done nothing now, but I've invested one time. So if you're looking for something completely passive, set it and forget it. That's what this is. Let's keep going here. 2028. That's assuming the shares continue to rise in value. They're going to send me another check for $39,000. Then I get it again in April. Then I get that again in July and October. I want you to let this sink in for a minute. The year of the election. Hold on, guys. Let me ask you your questions in a moment. I'm going to make $157,438 in a bad economy in the U.S. Think about that for a second. Now, I'm not going to. The thing is, you can sell your shares whenever all of the shares sell out. You can do that, but I recommend you hold on to your shares, because it's almost like owning. Here's a good example: owning $1 million property in real estate, and the equity begins to build. And so, but you only really get paid with real estate when you cash out or you sell it. You know what I mean? Unless the property is making you money every month. You know, but that's what I'm saying here. This continues to build. 2029. Let's take a look at that. $236,110. They're going to send me another big payout, $59,027. Same thing in April, same thing in July. Let me really freak you guys out. Let's say I say, you know, I'm holding my shares for another 10 years. What am I going to make in 2035? Take a look at this. You get paid twice, $393,000. You get it again in October. This is legit. I don't think I've seen anything like it out there. There's a lot of good things out there, but this is a great, what I would call an anomaly, once in a lifetime opportunity, because gold, again, it doesn't lose its value. It doesn't. Crypto is very volatile right now. Okay, you guys know me. I love being in that space, but it's just too up and down. And the companies that are promoting it and having you do these different things, you don't control anything. With this, you're in total control with it. So having said that, I think I've said enough. Liz, you're unmuted. You want to ask a question or no? I thought she was trying to ask a question. Okay, I guess not. Now, let's talk about.
Just so everybody understands, I just need to put this little disclaimer in here, Jimmie.
Sure.
I need everybody to read the website. There's a reason we don't charge for access to Aureus. You join, you buy your share. It's as simple as that. There's terms and conditions you have to read. You have to read what is stipulated there, because it's based on what comes out of the ground. Okay, it's based on the production. Very important part. But I already explained tonight about the plant and how much that plant will generate, which will give you that indication. You know, as we are growing, as we are building more plants, that figures is factual. Now we will be updating the site as well. As we are starting the actual production, you know, we will be able to see, you know, this is going to, it's costing us, let's say $8,000 per day. mining the gold, all right, running the plant, so we can see, okay, well, you know what, it's going to cost us so much, it's not going to cost us so much, so that's the amount of dividend that we can give.
That's right.
And so we will be giving actual factual information as we are actually processing.
Right.
If we process, let's say 10 kgs in a day, we'll put there, what, we have processed 10 kilograms today, and that is possible.
That's right.
So that's one thing we will make sure, is that everything is 100% open, public, transparent.
Right. In a nutshell, he's saying everything's based on production. So if they're not digging, and then you don't get paid dividends for that quarter. Okay. So
correct.
Yeah. Again, but the way they're going, it's pretty promising to me. I want to show you guys one other thing here. Let's see. Let's look at commissions here. This company paid me almost $7 grand 1 month. This is how much I made so far. What I like about what they do, first of all, they keep their word. They don't say, "Well, we can't pay you today," all right? But they have all these different spiffs, and they motivate you to do more. Okay, so let me just show you this real quick. Withdrawal history, all right? Where is that? I'm trying to find my history here.
Now got a history.
Yeah, there it is. Here, you got it. Yeah. These are all the withdrawals, guys. And his father, I mean, he's like a mentor to me. His mentor too, is awesome guy. He's the guy that works when it comes to distributing the funds. All right.
Yeah, he's the accountant. Yeah.
Yeah, but take a look, guys. Look at this. Did you see it? There it is, right there. See that? My latest was up here. But they pay us just for promoting this thing. And the bonus pool, the number one winner is going to get anywhere from 7 to 10,000 as it grows. But this is legit, man. Okay, they pay. And what I like about them is they're giving back. There's another presentation we have that Justin did, where he talks about what they give back to the community as we all make money. All right. Let me show you this Gold Diggers pool. I'm getting beat right now because I haven't done much of anything, but that's a good thing because you can't win all the competitions, right? This is okay. So we have, so far, this is the pool here. All right. First place gets 15%. So if we do $1 million, this person is going to get $150,000, right? But we're off to a slow start. We're getting there, and you can see yourself.
Jimmie, go to the previous month.
Okay, previous month. Where do I go? Up top.
Go up.
Go this way. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. They change the page 7 to page 6.
Page 7 to page 6.
Page.
Oh, right here on my apologies.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, gotcha. Didn't see it. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that was last month.
Yeah,
right.
Just give it a second.
Okay.
Yeah, just give it a second. Okay, it should be fine.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, that's what we paid out to top 50 affiliates, was $55,000.
Unreal. Yep. And I got my cut. You know what I mean? First place guy last month got $8,320. Think that's something? If you got fourth place, if you were one of the top 4 through 10, you all got a check for 6. I got 1,700. But what I'm saying is they encourage you, and they actually invest back into you when they when they raise the funds to buy the equipment. And then the ultimate thing is, guys, if you see all these shares I got, like I said, I only paid for 10 of them. They give you something called fractional shares. Can you share that? Tell them how that works, the fractional shares that become real shares?
All right. So basically how that works is that the commissions that you earn is 15%. But we built this system so that we want shareholders. We don't want just affiliates. We don't want people to just promote the business, because it's not an MLM. So what I did is you get 10% that is paid into your USDT wallet. And then you get an additional 5%. And that 5% is an actual purchase of shares. So because it's a purchase of shares, your upline, the person who introduced you, also is getting shares, right? But that shares is a purchase. And because that's a purchase, then they're getting 10 and 5. And that actually flows up and causes purchasing of fractional shares.
Right.
And that fractions, as it becomes 1, you'll have your valid share. You got somebody that's writing.
I saw that. I don't know. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. Every time that we have a troll that will crash what we're doing, but Don't be distracted by that, guys. But look at all these shares here. So as I produced the work, they gave me the shares. Look at this. So I'm a multi-millionaire right now. I'm speaking that because, you know, the value of the shares by just putting in a little bit of work. All right. Do it once, get paid forever. So I tell you guys, you got to be able to do something where you make it count. You do it the right way and you set the foundation, and the right company will pay you for it. All right. So look at this. See that? So I made commissions, made money. They paid me commissions, 10%, and they gave me shares. That's what's cool about this thing. You hear what I'm saying? Let's move this out of the way here. But anyway, I think I'm done there. Let's open up for more questions because I have Justin on. Justin can give us a short breakdown of what it is. But I think JP, you did a good job.
Yeah, Jimmie, just show them the daily pool as well.
The daily pool,
because that is where that is something that we brought in now recently. So we didn't really want to do anything. Yeah, it's only affiliate. We didn't really want to bring in something like this until, you know, the teams have actually been built. Right. And it's something that was requested for quite some time. And as we saw, you know, it's the performance pool underneath the gold diggers.
Okay, where are you at here? Okay, performance pool.
No.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So basically what happens is that you require 5 people, right? The 5 people that's purchased 1 share each.
Right.
And then those 5 people have to purchase, they have to introduce 1 person each that has purchased 1 share. Okay, so not 5 that have bought 5 and they have to push 5 and they're 5. None of that.
Right.
Just 5 people, and they each have to introduce 1 person that's bought 1 share. Then it qualifies you to have a team. Once you've got a team, then every single day, as your business is growing in Aureus, and remember, this is limited. Okay.
Right.
This affiliate plan ends in July. Then it doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
Then we're going over to our secondary market, okay, where everybody that has that bought shares and everything, those shares, they are welcome to go and sell if they want. And then the original owner and the affiliate will be earning commissions on that as well.
Are you saying of 2027 or 2026 with July? That this year?
July 2027. No.
Oh, okay, good.
I wish this year.
Good. No. Because I love making the money, guys. I don't want this to end. I really don't. But I don't want everybody to get a chance. So, all right, good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's stop the screen share. I think I've talked enough about that. I want these guys to figure out, ask any question you want, and figure out how this can work for you. Okay. Let me just stop the screen share here. You guys can unmute and ask questions if you want. Okay.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of questions that's come in now.
Is it? Okay. All right. So go ahead, JP. You can start answering questions as they come in.
All right. So Helen is asking about December. Helen, we know what's coming, so we won't be caught off guard. That's why we got the plant that's on the actual trailer. Okay, so we'll be doing that. We'll have our main 200-ton plant, but we'll also have our extra plants that is able to go across wherever we need to do it. Okay, then the next question is what money apps? You can't buy it with a bank account internationally. It's only in USDT payments. Okay, good question. Sheila, what happens if you don't have anyone underneath you? Nothing. This is not MLM. You don't
right, exactly.
Single person,
right.
Ever, never. Okay. Is the cost per share 40? It's $40 right now. The 6th of next month, or maybe before that, it will go to 45. Whatever shares is not sold in a phase automatically transferred to the next phase. Can you update your production results? Yes, this will become, as I said, as we are actually starting our production, and we actually showing, you know what, this is how much kilograms of gold we have taken out, this is how much material we processed to get that out. It will go onto the website. It will become a physical live matter. So please note that the calculators that is on the website, that is projected. It's what we are projecting, okay? And it is viable, right? And also those projections is based on 200-ton per hour plants. We are working with a 100-ton per hour plant at the moment. Okay, so how long has this company been around and operating? So Donovan James started prospecting throughout Zimbabwe, looking for property, working with the government, building up public relations and everything since 2016. So that's 10 years.
Wow, that's good.
All right, it's not a short thing to do. To get the licenses alone to take anything between 3 and 6 years to get the contracts and licenses alone. That it's not a snap your finger and get it type of business. Our COO Watson Ragunya in Zimbabwe, he has got over 15 years experience in the mining field. He's actually a mine broker or past mine broker, which means that he sells mines. Okay. Vast experience. And then of course we have got our legal artisanal miners, if we can put them like that. These are guys that are working for Aureus that we have empowered. They know the land. They are absolutely amazing. If you watch some of the documentaries about the people that live in the rural areas, how they track, how they can, I mean, these guys are literally sniffing gold out. It's quite interesting if you go into that.
Before you go further, I just put a link there if you guys want to sign up, okay? There it is, and you just go and create your free account. But back to you, my man, go ahead.
Okay, that's that question. Promoting is your choice, yes, correct. The whole purpose, yeah, and I want to stipulate this. The affiliate commission is beautiful. The daily commission that you are getting in the pool is beautiful. The purpose here is collecting the shares. Even if you have the mindset, you know what, I want to sell 10% of my portfolio or 20% of your portfolio.
Right.
Guaranteed, okay? By July, you'll be able to put your share up for sale for $1,000. The reason being is because our shares are par value shares, not no par value shares.
Yeah.
You can go do your research on that. Par value shares are determined by the company based on the asset that we are connecting it to. Right, so and our asset is worth $320 million at a minimum. Price projected of 10 years, it's just over 3.4 billion dollars. So based on that, that is how we got to our $1,000 mark.
And I want to say this, so he's not talking about some fly-by-night shares, guys. It's like having, like I said, owning a Fortune 500 company, a stake in it. These are real shares. This is legit. And I saw the paperwork. I actually saw that they have everything documented, and it's a real share. I can go to a bank and borrow against those shares if I wanted to. Like, you know, if you have $1 million in shares, you can go in and leverage that and get like a $200,000 loan or buy a house. This is legit stuff. This is not that, you know. So I want you guys to understand that this is no fly-by-night company. Okay, they pay and they keep their word. And, okay, back to you, my man.
Yeah, just on that, the shares will have that type of power when it comes to the banking system. Once we are at that section, okay.
Absolutely.
Once we've taken out the dividend, we paid out the dividends to the people. That there's actually, how can I say it, real output. Okay, right now, if you're buying a share and you're going to the bank and say, I got $100,000 worth of shares here, they're going to say to you, no, you don't, because there's no output yet. Okay, remember, we are a startup, and that is what's going to us selling the shares, taking the capital, putting it on the land. That's what we are doing. We are putting it on the land. We are buying machines. Okay, even here in India, what we're doing here is there is balancing machines that we're going to be buying in India that creates biofuel. So all of that material that we are taking out of the land right now, the grass, the trees, and everything, we're going to be taking that, turning that into biofuel that we can then use on the land as well as sell, and the profits will be divided between the shareholders. Okay, what's the current value of one share of gold? Is it the same as in the US or global price of gold, or do you have your own price? Is Aureus, no, it's not a publicly traded company. It's not on the stock market, and we're not going to be going onto the stock market. We are going onto an NFT market,
NFT
which
market,
we will
gotcha.
be creating our own. Yes. And the current value of one share of gold. The current value of one share is 40. Well, the cost is 140. It's $40. The value is $1,000. I'm not 100% sure what he means by one share of gold yet.
Yeah. And Taz Hardy saying
where's the
the price of gold,
headquarters?
that's totally different. The shares that they're selling, that's totally different. The shares, not the price of gold.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
We're
go
not
ahead.
selling gold. We're not
Right,
selling gold. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, okay, so Sheila asks, where's the headquarters? The headquarters will be opening up as soon as I'm back in South Africa, which is on the 29th of May, okay, which is around the corner. And we are opening up the headquarters in KwaZulu-Natal, La Lucia. So
Okay.
everybody knows where that. Yeah. Can I send this recording? Yeah, you can resend it to. We got no issues with that.
Yep.
All right. Okay. There's a lot of nice questions tonight. I really appreciate it. Anything else?
Bernard said, how many shares would it take to become profitable right at the beginning? Question for you.
All right. How many shares would it take to become profitable? It depends on you. Because one share, all right, is let's say for argument's sake, we reach our target. We got 10 plants on the land. Listen to what I'm saying. We have 10 plants on the land. That will give us a dividend in January of around about $72 per share. So if you're buying a share at $40 and you're getting $72 back, you've gotten or capital back. And then our next dividend, that is going to be then in
You faded out a little bit. That might be my internet. I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Say that again. Something faded there. Hold on, guys.
Okay, so it's not. Yeah. Okay. So it's not based on. Like I said in the beginning, you're putting in a $40 and you're going to get 1% every single day. There's none of that. It's based on what comes out of the ground. And
well, he might have faded out. Hang on, guys. Let's see if he left. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. I think something happened with JP.
Hear you clearly.
You guys can hear me? Okay, gotcha. Let me see if I can pick up where he left off until he comes back. Somebody asked, are the owners accessible? Meaning, can I contact them? All right. Sheila, that's a good question. So the short answer is JP is the vice president and the owner is Donovan. I know him personally. I can contact him, but everybody just can't pick up the phone.
Mine.
That was you. It's okay. Let me just finish this question for her. She wants to know, are the owners accessible? I told her you're the vice president. Donovan is the owner. And owners don't normally just pick up calls from random people. And it's just like wanting to talk to the owner of Apple or Walmart. You're not going to pick. So to answer your question, they're accessible. I can talk to them because I've talked to them before, but they're not going to talk to the average person.
Our numbers are on the website. Our numbers is on the website.
Right.
We got, yeah, if you go into the first thing that you do once you've registered is you're going to go to the terms and conditions. All our details is there, company details, CIPC details, our certificate, everything, tax certificate, even our bank, even though you can't pay into our bank account in South Africa, to have a bank account in South Africa, you have to have a legally registered company. There is additional documentation that we don't share, which needs a NCNDA. That is more for larger investors that want to do further. But if you want to have a private meeting with me in the future or with Donovan, you're welcome to contact us. We even got a inside of the system where you can request that in the support. You could say, hey, listen, I'd like to have a meeting with the CEO, and you'll be able to do that. Right? Like I said, we are in the garage space. We are a startup. And there's a lot of people that do not understand what we are doing, how we're doing it. Like I said, go watch Yukon. I like Yukon Gold. It's good.
Yeah.
You'll understand exactly what we are doing. All right. And I saw, there's one thing that I quickly just want to say there. Our dream of helping the community is not just a dream. Last time I was in Zim, we went to a place called Zimplatz. So that's ZIMPLATS, Zimplats. You can go and search this on Google, okay? And what is amazing, it's a platinum mine, okay? Very, very high secure, high tech. Like we managed to get to the mine, and then we had to turn around the car and drive away because the guys with guns were coming out. Okay, literally, they're very, very high secure.
Wow.
But, yeah, no jokes. But like literally, it's like 50 meters away from the mine. There's a little turn off to the left, and everywhere these boards of Zimplats, you know, and what they built a community for their workers, and their families. They got schools there. They have got a clinic there. They've got their own cell phone tower. You know, so there you get literally the best internet in Zimbabwe. You get there because they got their own tower. They only got like 100 or 300 people that are living there, and they got their own cell phone tower. You know, that's the power of what this mine has been able to do. Roads, school, food, housing, shopping mall, you name it, just for their community, for the mine.
That's good.
You know, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing with Aureus as well, for the people. You know, like our the person where we start, the place where we're starting now, our first section, there's a man and his wife, and he's got 3 kids that stay there. And our agreement with them is we are providing them a house. They're getting solar panel and solar electricity and a borehole, and they can carry on farming on their section until the estate is ready, and then they can move over to the estate. And the beautiful thing about that is they'll never pay rent.
That's good.
Yeah?
That's
good. Unheard of.
That's unheard of, exactly. We got a few more questions here. Listen, how
we pay, but I just quickly want to say this: how I am, because this is Spotter's son. How we able to do that is because my company is buying 100,000 shares throughout these 20 phases in Aureus. By doing that, its son is getting dividends. That dividends I'm taking, and I'm opening up the eco villages, which means I don't need to get external investors. I don't need to charge people money for rent and for food or whatnot, because it's there. It's there already. And my tilapia farms and the bunny farms, they produce enough. I can just take it from one and put it into the next. You know? That is how we should all be thinking. But farmsteading, what you call it.
Okay. So Sipiwe, good friend, he was in BG Wealth with us. Sipiwe, out of South Africa. He said, "Where in South Africa are you based? He'd like to meet you one day, meet you guys." I'm not sure if you guys are doing that.
Okay, Sipiwe, you know what, Sipiwe? I'm going to give you my cell phone number. I'll give everybody. I don't mind.
Okay.
Like I said, I have got 0.
Nothing to hide, right?
645040994. Nothing.
Very refreshing. Listen. We a lot of us we had some bad experiences with another company recently, and
I know.
But what I'm saying is, I told them, listen, you have to diversify your portfolio. Never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And if you can't really touch the wealth like you can with something like this, then you need to diversify. So they've been duped. So you putting your number out there doing all this. It's something different. You know, it's refreshing. Guys, listen, I teach this stuff. I live it. I don't just let one thing determine my outcome. In fact, you probably didn't hear about this, but there's a troll going around, you know, speaking all kind of bad things about Queen Arlene and myself and some other people that were in BG. And I told everybody, listen, let the negative stuff, keep that garbage over there. We know who we are and we help people, right? We can't focus on that. And I got up this morning, I just laughed when the person sent it to me. Hey, Jimmie, there's a guy trolling you. And I said, fine, let him troll. I got people to serve. And so, you know, in this year and out this year, if you're going to be successful, guys, you got to let that crap go. All right. So put his number there. What else we got here? How do you know where to mine the gold? That's Charles. Charles has 160 shares. He's on here right now. Charles, you can unmute and ask your question again if you have more to add to that.
Yeah. I have, Thanks, Jimmie. I got 170 actually.
Okay. 170, yes. My man. All right.
Well done.
No, I just wanted to know, how do you know where to mine? I know you mentioned the big land that's
all right. So you heard me speak earlier about So
Yeah.
we basically, if you saw the video, there's like a trench that we basically dig out, and that trench that we took out the alluvial out of that trench, and that gets tested. So if we find anything in that section, that's where we started. If we don't find anything, we carry on. We keep on doing that in sectors. But that is what GeoGlobal had to do to determine where we can start. And also, you'll see in the video as well, there's like all of everything around is like cleaned out, but that one tree is like standing there still. We're not allowed to touch that tree. That tree will be moved and it will be replanted in a safe location. So there's certain things that we can do and we can't do. But everything is tested. So we test and see. That plant that we have, that small little plant, that's our bulk testing plant. So we run it through that plant, and that's how we basically determine, is this a right place or not? Fool's gold is a very good indication. Iron oxidation in the soil is a very good indication. This is where, so if you see that the grass is exceptionally green, there's not a lot of water, but the grass is like a very bright green color. That's because of the iron that's inside of the soil. And that iron oxidation, the more iron there's in the soil, the more gold is found. Okay, so there's various things. Like I said, if you actually walk with these guys, I've got videos. I went there, I walked there, I've got I ripped all my ligaments in my foot. I had a moon boot and I'm still walking through the bush. I've got the videos and everything to prove it.
Wow.
But if you listen to how these guys speak and what they do, they call it ninjaing. I'll do a follow-up, and let's say in about a week's time, and I'll show you some more videos and some more content. I am a bit strapped for time as well. I'm already late, but we do proper testing. This is the thing. We do proper testing, and then also the geologists, the GeoGlobal in Zimbabwe, they have got multiple tests that they have been paid in the past. Somebody wants gold, but they don't have the capital to start or whatever. But they do the tests, and then they have it in their books. So and like I said, Watson, our CEO, he is a mine broker. So that's how we acquired this first piece of property, and we had to go through all of the rigmarole to get the licenses and approval. Look, Donovan James knows the president of Zimbabwe and his son. Even the chief advisor of the president is part of Aureus. He's in our photos in the presentation. The guy with the suit that's in the middle of the bush, that is the advisor of President Mnangagwa in Zimbabwe. So
wow.
We are very connected. Yeah, we are very connected. Donovan is very connected inside of Zimbabwe itself. I had a question the other day about why don't we do this in South Africa? We are busy. We actually starting to look into partnership with another alluvial mine in South Africa as well. So we go where the gold is, where the opportunity is. That's where we're going to be going. The beautiful thing about Kadoma, though, the other ones will most probably be like a BC agreement that we have, like a JB agreement. Sorry, I don't know why I said BC. JB agreement that we have. Like, for example, in Mutare, that 1,900 hectares that's there, that's a JB agreement, 70-30. So whatever gold or minerals we're taking out, 30% we give to the people, 70% comes to Orus. So we don't have to own the land or anything. They got the rights, they got everything. We just go there, we put our machine, we start processing. And we'll be doing that. But the beautiful thing about Kadoma is that Aureus will own 100% outright of everything that is Kadoma. So there we will be able, if we do find reef gold, gold that's in the quartz itself, like what they call the veins, the gold veins, yeah, we'll be able to mine that as well. But that's later. We're talking about 5-10 years. But that's serious tonnage of gold that could be found. I can give you an indication. Shamba Gold Mine, you can go do this, SHAMBA, Shamba. Shamba Gold Mine in Zimbabwe has been running for over 100 years. They have done over 100 tons of gold. They are
100
only
tons of
30
gold? My
hectares.
goodness. That's 100 tons?
Wow.
And
Wow. My
100
goodness.
tons. And they are 30 hectares, 30 hectares big, but they're very deep.
Let me be a
Okay?
little controversial
We are
here.
200.
I got to say this to you. This is why all the people keep saying Africa's poor. No, but why are all these people? Why are you coming there trying to take the gold if it's so poor? Wow, I didn't know that. But I'm just saying, I'm being facetious on purpose. But back to you, man. That's crazy. Back to you. Hello, why is everybody trying to come down there and take everything they got? They don't have nothing. There's so many resources,
Yeah.
man. It's insane. One person said this. Let me just say this. Mining gold in Zimbabwe requires a formal
Mining gold in
registration.
Zimbabwe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Clayton,
got all of that.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So he's asking about the Ministry of Mines, mining development, as illegal mining is strictly prohibited. Okay, Kratos, I got one thing to say to you. I can take you to a site where the artisanal miners, the illegal miners, there is literally 1,000 of them that is on this land.
Interesting.
Okay, it's quite a distance away from ours. When we went there in 23, there was 10. There's over 1,000 of them.
Wow.
The government can't do anything.
Are you
to
serious?
them.
Unreal, because they can't control it.
They don't control it. They don't have the resources.
Yeah.
They are literally. They got donkey carts carrying alluvial material to their houses that they're taking out of the pits.
Wow, that's insane.
So yes, you are 100% right. The government is you have to be registered by, and like I said, we are connected directly with the Ministry of Mines. We are connected directly with the president.
Can I speak, Jimmie?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Great to see you from yesterday. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, how's it, man? JP, fellow South African in Cape Town. Hoe gaan het?
Awesome.
Gaan het goed? You good?
Het gaan goed. Yes.
Lekker, man. Sorry, that's our native language, Afrikaans. Just wanted to play the. I'm very interested, JP. I think from something phenomenal coming from our motherland, if I can put it like that.
Absolutely.
I'm very familiar with the Zama.
Speaking
as
facts,
you know,
yeah.
No, 100%. And we're looking, JP, just a context as well. Sorry, Jimmie, if I may.
Oh no, take your time, brother. You're part of the family. Go ahead.
We're looking for a house to be held. We obviously are disappointed, and there's a lot of opportunities. That's why we're asking all of this compliance and this and this and that.
Yeah, no, of course, definitely.
Going forward, with regards to being a PTY. How would you issue the sales certificates? Is it linked to, JSE? Is it linked to another site? Is it an internal accounting type of, that type of stuff? I'm a bit in finance as well. So we just want to know because when Jimmie and Arlene, our leadership, jumps onto something, we do it big and we blow it up. But we need to know that this is 100% legitimate. You've got certificates, verifiable certificates like you're showing. And we just want to comply. And if there's also I know there's also 2 years or permits for 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, maybe you can share that with us. Is it renewable? That type of stuff. And who's the directors of Aureus Pty Limited? Who's all the directors? Who's all involved? Is there, other people involved? Is other companies involved, or is it specifically Donovan yourself? And so maybe just basic questions, if you don't mind, JP. Appreciate it, man.
Sure.
Good questions. Yeah, good questions.
So let's start with the directors. The directors is Donovan James. Up until It is going to change. The CFO, myself, and so forth, we're going to be added as directors. Aureus actually owns about 20% of Sun itself, of my company. So that's the agreement between myself, between Sun and Aureus itself. When it comes to the shares, in South Africa, we are governed by the prospectus that was handed over to CIPC. And the mining licenses, that is in Zimbabwe. It's not in South Africa. but yes, we have got the mining licenses and everything. We have got an entire law team that's behind us, of which our attorney is a security exchange master, if I can put it like that. That's what he mastered in college. And his stipulation is this: we are not selling a security, we are not selling an investment. This is not a guaranteed profits or anything. This is based on you buying the shares in the company in a pre-IPO version, and then afterwards, if the company does decide to do and list it on an exchange, we do not need to list it on the JSE or any stock exchange. We are in the process of becoming a public company as well, but that can take some time as well still. But yeah, so yeah, Donovan is the main director. We have got our EMA and EIA, but I have to say this as well. I did show it earlier as well, is that what the EIA is an ongoing thing, and the EMA is an ongoing thing. It's not you're going to get your certificate and then it's done. As you are, especially with a property this size, as we are working, as we are going into sectors, they come and they do their assessments and so forth. So as we are growing, basically, it's a continuous process. They can just pop in there anytime, basically, they want, and they'll make sure that what we are doing is valid. Then, on the license, the only license that actually expires is the water license. We have to have a water license, so we have to renew that water license on a yearly basis. What we call the 100-year lease. That 100-year lease does not apply to mineral rights. It only applies to agricultural. So the people that's on the land, they have to have that 100-year lease. We that have the mineral rights, we don't have to have the 100-year lease. The reason being is because, well, the government needs the gold, if I can put it like that, in so many ways. But that's also their own ruling. So with the Ministry of Mines in Zimbabwe, you basically need the rights, which we have. Those rights is in the company which is called Beat in Zimbabwe, of which Aureus Holding owns 100% in.
Perfect. Just a question as well with regards to fidelity cover. If directorship, and whatever goes sour, is there fidelity cover in place? How are the shareholders protected? Because people are people. You've seen it many times. We've got examples of fidentia, blah blah blah. The story here. So how are we protected? Is there any fidelity cover? What is the recourse for us? Where do we go if somebody goes to AWOL or rogue? Yeah, or how are we protected, or how are your shareholders protected?
Okay, so we don't have fidelity cover yet. I know that they are in process of doing that. I'll get the answer for you on that. Just a side note, I am the CTO. I'm not the engineer or any legal, how can I say, accountant or CFO or anything. We got our CFOs and those people that could answer more, probably easier that
Will
question.
They join us going forward, maybe, that I can be more detailed?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll organize a bigger meeting in the future for that, most definitely.
Perfect, no problem. Thank you, JP. Appreciate it.
All right. Excellent. Thank you.
Quick question, JP.
Yeah, sure.
How often do you guys do Zoom calls?
Zoom calls. This is the first one the second one I'm doing at Jimmie. I'm currently in India, but my team is doing Zoom calls on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Yep.
That's the global one, which actually starts at the same time as what this one started tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was 3 Zooms while we're doing this one. It's this one,
right,
the one in South Africa, and then another one in India as well.
Right.
These are all together.
Yep. And
Yeah.
there is a
But
not to cut you. You finish your thought. I'm sorry.
no. I finished. Carry on.
Okay. So yeah, there's a guy. His name's Paul, good friend of mine. He has his own WhatsApp group. He does meetings a lot. He talks. He has these affiliate calls, and they do presentations all the time. I can't join them, but to get someone like JP on, it's almost impossible to do because he's so busy, him and Donovan. So this is like once in a blue moon we get something like this. But if you have people that want to be educated, then we can plug you in once you become an investor. We'll plug you into that WhatsApp group so you can be in the loop as to what they're doing and when they have meetings. Okay. Let's see, something else I wanted to say here. Okay. I'm gonna type something in here and I'm gonna read it to you guys. So I've probably helped 15 to 20 people to purchase shares. Like some people are not savvy with crypto. So they basically cash out me the funds or send the money to me through Zelle, and I add the fees, and I go and I used to purchase the crypto for them. Go to the website, they give me their ID number, their username. I can pull them up. I can pay Orus. I don't care how many shares it is. It goes directly to them, and they know it's for that person over here. And so they confirm it within 1 to 2 business days. But I had to do the work that way. But I can't do that no more because my trust wallet, because of some things that happened with another company, when I got to like $70,000 of helping folks, they kind of froze the trust wallet until they get more information. I'm still working on that as we speak. But you're gonna have to find someone else. I don't want to say the word broker, but you got to find someone who knows how to buy the crypto and send it to Orus directly if you're intimidated and you don't want to do it yourself. But there's 2 major things. I'm gonna put it in the chat. What Orus would need from you is they're going to need number 1, the address where the funds came from, because they're going to ask for it on a certain page. So you're going to get that address, and you're going to need the transaction hash, the hash number. All that stuff can be found on the Explorer on the blockchain when you make the payment. All that stuff pops up. You copy and paste it. And you guys, if you're on my team, you got to send that to me so I can go inside of Orus and put in that hash number and the address where the money came from to them, so they can pull it up on their side and verify that the payment has been made. All right, I'm gonna put all this information, or copy and paste it, and have it at your disposal. The hash. But anyway, any other questions in the chat that you see that you want to answer, JP, while I'm doing this? Transaction hash. Let's see. Okay, if you look at the screen here, guys, while he's looking, do you see anything there or no? You have a video locating the spots, Jimmie.
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I was just showing this, guys, as proof. As when I bought my 10 shares, as you can see, that was months ago. And the other shares, I didn't buy them. I worked for them. I built a team, but as you can see, this is legit here. This is proof on paper that I have. I put that stuff out because I don't want you guys to have access to that. And I could scan this right here, this QR code, and it pops up. It's legit, man. Okay, you have documentation. They're not just talking. They back it up with documents, and they've done the groundwork. Like he said, 10 years now in the making. They didn't just pop up and say we're doing this. This has been going on for a while now.
Yeah.
Well established. Okay.
That's something that I said earlier that everybody needs to understand. I get this question: How does Aureus actually going to be making money in the future? If all the shareholders own the shares? There's a total of 3 million shares that is created. From these 3 million shares, 1.4 million shares is what we're selling. 1.6 million belongs to Aureus. That is sole propriety of Aureus. Now, the dividends of the 1.6 will only go into effect once every single share that is purchased at the value of what it was purchased has received equal amount in dividend. So if you bought the share at $40 and you receive $40 of dividend, then yours is done. If you paid $1,000 and you received $1,000, then yours is done. So all of them, once all of them is done, then only from there on, then only does the calculation get cut by 3 million, not by 1.4 million. But your dividend payout is lifetime.
That's the wealth. That's
There's no
the wealth,
expiry.
The residual benefits of that. Yeah.
It's lifetime.
All right.
Listen, there's a guy that's raised his hand. Darius Waring.
Darius, unmute, my man. You're in line, King.
Hey guys.
How you doing, brother?
Awesome presentation. I want to say
Darius, yeah, you one of my guys, you one of my affiliates. Okay.
Right, okay. Man, because I was sleeping on this company, and
Yeah.
the only thing I want to ask is how soon can I get this recording?
Well, the thing is, yes, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to download it probably within the next 3 or 4 hours because I'm putting out some fires with another company, and I got big,
Right, I understand.
You know, so give me till the end of the day, and I'll get it to you. Okay.
Please. Okay.
My
Okay,
man.
thank you.
My man. By the way, Darius, how many shares you have so far?
Well, no, that's the thing. I'm gonna start to. That's what I'm saying. I'm sleeping on this company.
Oh, you
so
have,
that's
man.
what, so I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
Man,
because you've been inboxing me and reaching out to me.
You're
I
right.
gave you all the
That's what I'm
facts.
saying.
Don't hesitate,
Yeah.
brother, because every month it goes up.
Yeah, it goes up. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I won't hesitate. Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. King Ramos, you up next, my man. What's up?
Excellent.
King Ramos, you up? Can you hear me?
Yes.
How you
Yes,
doing,
good.
brother?
Yes.
How are you?
Good afternoon,
Another
everyone.
investor. He's in this as well. But go ahead, bro.
Yes. I'm part of the Twin Tribes.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
happy to
right.
share-
Yeah.
I'm happy to share Aureus gold every twin in our globe. Yes.
I know. Mhm.
So yes, it's mind blowing. I just can't wait to listen to the video. So I'll wait on that.
Okay.
So once the dividend hits, that's it. It fades out. You're saying once we get that
No.
payout of dividend.
No. Okay. You get dividends for the rest of your life. What I mean is, if let's say for argument's sake, I can't share my screen, but I'll do it and just so you can understand it. Let's say for argument's sake, there's 1,200 tons of gold, 1,200 kilograms of gold that's been done times $150,000. Okay. Minus 50%. Right. So that leaves $90 million. So that's 1,200. So let's do it at 1,200, and that gives us then 900 million. Okay, so 900 million, right? Divided by either 1.4 or 3 million. So there's 3 million shares. But once the 1.4 million shares has received, so let's give it a simple math. If the 1.4 million shares cost or brought in a total of $300 million, and a total of $300 million in dividend has been paid out, then it means that the 1.4 million shares have received the same amount as what they paid for the share. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Got it.
And then once that happens, then the division for the dividends is not 1.4 million anymore, and then it becomes 3 million. So then so to give you an indication on the difference, $900 million divided by 1.4 million is a dividend of $642. $900 million divided by 3 million is $300. Okay, so but by the time that will happen, we're talking about 3 to 5 years from now. Okay, it might be sooner, but hopefully it will be sooner, because then it means that everybody has received what they paid for their share. They received that back in dividend. Now think about it like this, what I'm saying here, and then this is where the I didn't say the cherry on the cake comes. You are buying in at $40. So by the time that the person is buying in at $1,000, okay, for them to get their dividend back, they have to get it back on $1,000. We are talking about
exactly
the dividend for 27 at $450, which means it's 28. We're gonna hit that $1,000 maybe. Okay, so 28 dividends in total, then it's, let's say, $1,000. You are getting it at what? At $40, right? Which means that your dividends is going to be a lot more than what somebody is going to be at $1,000, because you paid $40 for it.
Yep.
You paid $1,000 for it. The other beautiful part about this is, let's say for argument's sake, you have bought 1,000 shares. You got that 1,000 shares, you get 50 bonus shares, right? Now you can take that 50 bonus shares and you can go and sell it at $1,000 a piece.
Wow.
Okay. Yes, I know. 1,000 shares is $40,000. Okay, do that math. 1,000 shares is $40,000, but you get 50 bonus shares. Now you take the 50 bonus shares and you go sell it at
Make your money back.
$1,000 each. You are getting $50,000. Okay, plus
Yeah.
you still have your $1,000. You still have your $1,000.
Right.
You still have your 1,000 shares, not $1,000. You still have your 1,000 shares that you are earning dividends on for the rest of your life. The dividend is one of the reasons nobody asked this question. Why are we not going on the stock market?
Right.
Because if you're on the stock market, how do you have control over your shares? As an NFT, you will have control over your share.
Gotcha.
When
I
you
like that.
transfer it, then you are transferring that share. If you do it through the system, through the exchange, and you're transferring it, then it is illegal. Because we have to do all the legal proceedings. We still have to update the registry books and all of that. Okay, so it's not you hiding from the government. You'll never be able to hide this from the government. Okay, the shares itself. The dividends is paid out in USDT. That's going to your wallet. What your country's laws is when it comes to crypto and income crypto and all that.
Yeah,
that's your country's laws and stuff. You have to deal with that part. We're also planning to bring out a card, and that card is also is a Visa and a MasterCard,
Really?
USDT.
Okay.
And yeah. Just give me a second. I'll get my wallet and I'll show it.
And you guys, while he's doing that, it's kind of like Bitcoin in 2010, when you can get shares for pennies on the dollar. I mean, not shares. You can get Bitcoin pennies on the dollar, and then all of a sudden it starts growing. I mean, of course, Bitcoin went to over 130,000 per Bitcoin, but can you imagine the people that got in early? My wife and I saw that with Bitcoin in 2010, and a guy came to me. Oh wow, back to you. I like that. Man. It's cool. Okay, when should we expect that?
It depends on the president.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it depends on this war story, unfortunately. There's a delay with logistics and all of this. So with the war that is happening, Visa and MasterCard, they're busy with other stories.
Okay.
It was supposed to be in July. I'm expecting it in December or in January. That's when I'm expecting it. It might be delayed. That's why we're not selling it on the site yet. This is the only cards we got 32 of these cards.
Hold it up again. Charles said they couldn't see it. You can hold it up again. They want to see it again. All right, cool.
With this,
it's in and out. There it is. Okay.
Let me just. Yeah. Wait. I'll put up this video blurry. How do you do this?
Okay.
I'm asking, how do you do it, Flo?
All right, good.
Right.
That's better.
So there's the card.
Yeah, much better. Okay, I like that. Okay.
Right. So this is an actual Visa card. Look, what's beautiful about this is that you are transferring USDT to the card, and that USDT then is converted to a US dollar balance. Okay. And when you pay for the transaction, then you're paying US dollars. You're not paying in USDT. Okay. And then also at present, I don't know if it's going to change, but it's no KYC.
No KYC.
So yeah.
No KYC. I like that.
No KYC. At the moment, yeah, we all like it. But
okay.
Whether or not it's going to stay that way, yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Look, in my opinion, crypto was always meant to be transaction. Even if you go and look at the terminology of what cryptocurrency is, it is an asset. Okay?
That's right.
And an asset is something that you can exchange amongst people without tax.
Okay, so Ramos, are you done with your question, or you had more? I think he was. done, I think.
Yes, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I think, okay.
Jimmie, I also need to go. I don't know if
yeah, we're gonna leave right now, I guess.
Justin.
You know, well, we're gonna stop here because I think that's long because other people have things they need to do. This is a lot. It's action packed. But Erlene, Queen Erlene, I think you was trying to say something. You had a question or no?
I wanted to find out, like, if there is, aside from buying the shares, is there, like, what do you put it, like a fee or anything to come into this company?
No.
No fees whatsoever. You're just investing into, you know, no fees.
Do you have a limit of shares that you
join and you buy shares?
Say it again, Justin. Say it again.
What's the minimum of shares you can start off with?
One.
Oh.
One share.
Oh, interesting.
You control your own destiny with this, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So think about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Eileen, think about it like this. I said earlier, I spoke about this old man that was with his pension, you know. He was getting $15 a month while he was alive. Now he's passed. The company is still paying that $15, $15 per month as a pension. Okay. Worked for 35 years. To even fathom that. In South Africa, it's not much different. There it's 400 Rand. So what is that? $20? It's under $20. There's not much different, you know. Honestly, it's not. Look, in India they can do quite a lot with $15 though, but it's not enough to, for example, pay your rent and that type of story. It's basically bugger all. But the point is, yeah, you can buy one share. And this is where a lot of people ask me, how many shareholders does Aureus want? Here's my answer to that. 600,000 shareholders.
Okay.
Because if we can change 600,000 people, normal people,
that's awesome. Yeah.
We can change their lives on a yearly basis. It would be absolutely mind-blowing for myself and Donovan. That is what our goal is.
Is it international? Will this be part of the Caribbean as well?
International.
International. Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Yep. I'll follow up with Jimmie.
Thank you, Queen. Appreciate it. You have any other questions? Is that it?
For now, I'll pause.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So somebody sent me a message. They I guess it got lost in the chat. She said, ask him this question. So here's her question. Once she makes more money, she would like to leave a share for her brother and sister. So she want to buy shares for her family. My dad is always saying to her, if you're going to do something, you have to do it while they're still alive, not while they're gone. It's pointless to say or do something after they're not here. So she said they're a big family, five people in total, 3 girls, 2 boys. So when she joined, let's see. So when I joined, they'll ask me all the documents, the KYC, which is what I totally get. And right now, there's no KYC according to what he's saying. So I wanted she wants to surprise her family and leave them something so they can remember her forever. How does she go about doing that? So she want to basically leave something for her family members.
On the website, there's a section that says beneficiaries. You can go on the beneficiaries there, and you can go and stipulate that 10% of your portfolio goes to this person, 5% goes to this person, so forth. So that whole thing is set up there. So you can set it up straight in the back office. Anybody that wants to set up their company, buy for their company as well, you can do that as well. There's a company portfolio section as well. So yeah, on the beneficiaries, that is there. Once again, all is going to be integrated. We're even going to bring in a voting system into the site very soon as well, where the shareholders will be able to vote on decisions that we're going to be doing, because they're shareholders. You know, that's the one thing. There's a big thing about the share system, and it's one of the reasons why. Look, myself and Donovan, we break things out of construction, if we can put it like that.
Right.
You know, you get a box. Everybody is used to being in a box. The JSE is a box. Stock market's a box. Global stock market's a
Right,
box.
exactly.
This is a box. That's a box.
Right.
We break that box apart into pieces, and we do it legally. We haven't gone to we go to our lawyers and our accountants and everybody and say, you know, this is what we want to do. How do we do this legally? That's one of the most important things, because not me or Donovan, we're both family people. We don't want to go to jail for any stupid misconduct or anything like that. But I can tell you this, that the dividends, you'll be able to gift it, if I can put it like that, legally to whoever you want. This will happen though only once the 1.4 million shares is sold though. And like I said, that is protection for the company. If I can put, that's the only protection the company has against the shareholders. Once the 1.4 million shares are sold, then it's the shareholders' decisions. Then what they're going to be doing with the shares: hold it, sell it, wait for dividends on a monthly, on a quarterly basis. Use that dividends to buy more shares in the stock, in the NFT market. That's going to be their decision. There was a question that I saw about, if I buy it at $40 now, can I wait later and then buy it at 40? No, you're buying it at the value that it currently is, and when it is, if we, let's say for argument's sake, we got quite a big player that's coming in, not an investor, another I wouldn't really call them an affiliate company, but they have an agreement with Aureus to sell shares as well. And because we got a backlog and we need to get these shares sold so we can get our machines on the land. That's what our goal is. So let's say for argument's sake, the 600,000 shares are sold, the backlog now, then there will only be 50,000 from here on out on every single phase. That 50,000 is going to go like this. As soon as we pay out the first dividend, or even as soon as we can show videos where our machines are literally taking the gold out of the ground and we can show the gold, you know, I think these shares are going to sell out very, very, very quickly.
Okay. I'm putting something in the chat. If you guys want to purchase shares and you don't know how to go about doing it, you need assistance, I'm putting my email in the chat here because he has to go and I have to go too. I wish we could stay longer here. It was a question underneath that, wasn't it? Somebody said something here. How many shares can we buy to realize the profit?
It goes up every month. Yeah, it will go up to 45, and then it will be, July it will be 50, but it can also be determined if the shares are sold out quicker. If the phase is sold out, it will go directly over to the next phase. So just to give you an indication, tonight 600,000 shares is bought. Tomorrow morning it's starting at 45.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea to understand how that will basically work. Yeah, and then once it hits 50, then it has a 50 jump, a big jump to $100, and then it has a bigger jump from $100 to 100 to 300. The reason being for that is there we basically need large amount of capital to get the big plants up and running, but we're already in mass production, so we don't really we don't care on how those shares are being sold. But that time the institutional investors will come in. That's why we started off at $5 to get the communities to come on board and buy the shares. Once we hit $100, you know, people will still be able to buy it, but they'll be able to buy like maybe 5 shares max. And then it's going to start becoming more and more complicated. I mean, you talked about Bitcoin. I was involved in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 10 cents.
Wow, see what I'm talking about?
So how sad is that? Yeah, how sad is that? You know, I was involved in Bitcoin when it was 10 cents, and I was mucking about with it. I remember how literally I'm sitting here, my partner's over there, and I'm sending him an entire Bitcoin to test if the wallet is working. You know, then Bitcoin was sitting at $10. So we had no idea where it would be going. And today Bitcoin is rivaling with gold, you know. So
I could have got 1,000 shares at $1,000, and I said no, and I'm kicking myself every day. So guys, listen, learn from me. Don't sit there and say it's a scam, and do your due diligence and invest. I'm telling you, okay? I think we got to get going here, guys. We got to move on. I don't want to leave anybody out, but yeah, my email is support@jwcmic. and say, hey, Jimmie, I want to invest, or what I need to do to get started. Some of you lost money on other platforms, and I purposely bought a couple of shares for you, maybe 15 or 20 of the people. Some of you not on here, but some are on here. But other than that, you got to buy your own shares on top of that, okay? You know who you are. And listen, we'll do a part 2 of this real soon. My brother, thank you for taking the time, okay? We really appreciate you. All right? You are the man,
I'm very
right?
late.
All right.
Anyway, guys,
all right.
God bless everybody. Have
Blessings.
an amazing night.
You got
Cheerio
it.
from my side. Justin,
Yeah.
cheers, brother. We'll chat soon.
Yeah, Justin, we didn't need Justin today. We didn't need him today. He's great, but yeah. All right, guys.
Always
as always,
a pleasure,
say
brother.
yes. I'll
All
see you on the next video or up here.
Great
Bye-bye.
job, Jimmie. Great job, JP.
You
See you
got
to
it,
the
man.
top.
Blessings. Yes. Bye-bye.